Abro.
Selection of living pieces.
Oh, run.
And beds,
Run.
Damn. Home Fair Furnishings has the right fit for your home. Don't forget, we are ceiling, Adriatic and AH beard specialists. Plus, they're always free delivery. Only at the new Home Fair Furnishings for Perth.
Does it always come to you?
Australia.
Yes.
There's no country like it. That's why all mobile synergy
But Daddy,
fuels
choose one of the two.
protect your engine
Come out of nowhere.
in the city, at the beach, and the bush. Mobile synergy fuels. Engine protection sorted.
Harvey Norman biggest ever 5-day sale with 60 months interest free. This HP Core i5 laptop, $898, save $200. Sony 65-inch 4K TV, half price plus bonus Reveille gift card and delivery and wall mount installation. This Samsung Black Steel fridge just $11.54. Up to 25% of Australian-made lounges and dining room furniture. Upgrade to a king size for just $1 more on selected queen mattresses and bed frames. Many more biggest ever deals in store and online. Hurry, sale ends Monday at Harvey Norman.
There's probably one more.
Here
When it
it
comes to
is.
coronavirus,
Listen now.
time takes on new meaning. So much is so rapidly changing, it seems overwhelming, almost impossible to keep up. In Australia today, we are right on the edge. While COVID-19 is certainly not under control here, so far, it's not out of control. But, as global health experts keep warning us, it could happen at any moment, unless we all drastically change the way we currently live.
Look at that. Train stations.
Hey. Something like that in a sci-fi picture.
Normal, we are beginning to get an idea of the profound changes to Australia's way of life. And just how long we will have to endure.
Let's go.
At the end of the day, you don't stop this virus, but you can defeat it by slowing it down. And that is how we save lives.
This pandemic requires harsh medicine for the next 6 months at least. New rules and blunt warnings changing how we live and interact.
It is every individual Australian's responsibility to practice good social distancing. No more handshaking. No more hugging.
Emptying our streets, locking down our borders, stranding thousands of Australians overseas. There's little doubt now that there will be a serious cost to lives and jobs. The great paradox is that to tackle this invisible enemy together, we have to live apart. No wonder we're all feeling anxious.
I feel like screaming, wake up everyone, this is truly a terrifying situation.
We're currently 2 or 3 months in to something we haven't seen before. Various countries are at different stages of their own outbreak, but this is the beginning.
Which countries are you most concerned about at this early stage?
I'm concerned about every country. You know, everybody's vulnerable, basically.
You have a handle on this crisis, quite like Professor Dale Fisher. This native Australian is the Singapore-based chairman of the World Health Organization's Outbreak Alert and Response Network. He's the man at the forefront of the strategy to fight this pandemic. For non-medical people, it's both confusing and extraordinary. For a medical person such as yourself, who's seen some of these epidemics before, maybe not a pandemic, are you still incredulous as you wake up every morning and have to deal with this?
I'm tired, and there's little light at the end of the tunnel. Really, we're in a holding pattern until we can get a vaccine or a treatment. Every country really just has to minimise the effect, you know, contain the spread, and try and keep the curve underneath the capacity of the health system, so at least you can manage the patients as they get sick. If you do it well, the mortality is going to be around 1% or less. If you get overwhelmed, then you're up at 6 or 7%, like Italy, making dreadful decisions about who can have the scarce resources.
If you don't mind me saying so, you're painting a very, very bleak picture. There's no melodrama in this, though, is there? I'm trying to counter the forces that accuse people of talking this up or beating it up. I mean, you're the health professional. You're saying we're still on the cusp of something very, very bad.
This hasn't started, Liam. I don't want to be alarmist because this is something we can control.
Yui.
But the world needs to wake up.
If governments have been asleep behind the wheel, the awful reality of COVID-19 is rapidly sinking in. Millions have been ordered into lockdown in the United States.
Yeah.
Across the globe, social
That's why you have to come
and
to the doctors.
self-isolation have become the norm.
You've got to come if you're getting that green shit in your lungs. Because I don't want to get pneumonia again. I've had pneumonia and it's a mongrel. You can't breathe, you can't eat, you can't drink. You drink water and you bring it up, you vomit it.
But it's not all doom and gloom.
And they'll have me on a bloody drip for him.
With no local infections.
He should be alright, he's young.
Other countries have had some success at slowing the viral spread.
But isn't John
But only through tough social rules and public discipline.
And
Not an
then,
adult.
yeah, and that's what I was about to say.
As a model of how we should be dealing with this crisis.
Stop looking at the game, you. You're crazy for games.
Singapore has very strict measures.
You're not an epic gamer like I am.
People.
No, you're not playing it.
Is that
Right,
for
Nana.
us?
It's the old saying, why do you rob banks? Well, that's where the money is. You know, why do you isolate people? Because that's where the virus is. And we don't take risks with that. So in Singapore, we don't quarantine positive cases, we isolate them. So once we identify a case, they're admitted to hospital, they're kept in hospital. This can take typically 10 or 12 days until their swabs are clear, and then we'll allow them out and back home.
But Professor, we don't do the same thing in Australia, as you know. We're relying on self-isolation.
Now that's
We're relying
dumb.
on people to do the right thing themselves.
Ooh.
Well, all I can say is it's not what's done in Singapore or China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Korea.
The intensive care specialist, Greg Kelly, is one of thousands of Australian doctors who have written to our leaders, urging them to do even more. To prepare our health systems for what could be an onslaught of patients, while hoping that it never comes.
Prevention is always better than cure, and this is a situation where we're desperately trying to prevent a big problem before it happens.
Are you saying the graph is running to fall? It could go exponential.
The behaviour of the virus around the world has been that it has increased or doubled every 3 to 5 days in most countries before strict social distancing measures have been put in place. The data is there to show that that's what it's doing in Australia.
We are true to form at the moment.
We are true to form moment.
Those growth rates see us hitting 12,000 cases in the next 2 weeks. Numbers that would overwhelm our own advanced medical system. From an emergency health perspective, have we got enough ventilators in Australia?
Yeah, we have enough ventilators in Australia for our normal needs. We have around 2,000 to 2,500 intensive care beds and ventilators in Australia. The problem is that the surge of critically ill COVID-19 patients would overwhelm even the best health system.
So you're saying if numbers go seriously awry here in Australia, there's no amount of preparation to get us to that point where we're comfortable?
That's right.
For many of us, it feels a bit like a bad dream. And families right across Australia are understandably nervous.
Well, I keep waking up sort of having panic attacks at 4 a.m. I've been watching too many videos and reading too many science journals, and I think, oh no, what's coming? This is terrifying.
This week, defying the government's advice, Katie Little and husband Tim took the step of pulling kids, Tom, Charlotte and Hunter, out of school. For the foreseeable future, lessons for them will be at home.
My number one job as a mum is to keep my children safe and to keep my family safe. So for me, it's just a simple answer. Stay home if you can. I realise there's people who cannot do that, but then again, the more people who do choose to stay home and keep their children at home keeps the rest of the population safer.
Dad Tim is a landscape photographer who leads photographic trips around the world. His main source of income now cut off.
Come on, get up. Get up.
But his biggest worry is what happens at home.
And to me, that's where all the anxiety lies for me. Not about my work or my job or that sort of stuff. It's about how do I protect my family and how do I keep my family going.
Like all of us, this family is hoping for the best and preparing for the worst. Stocking up on supplies, soaking up every development.
Travel advice at Airport Australia is do not travel abroad.
Well, there's a trip done. Dad's not going away anymore, Dad.
Those of you who are thinking of going over
It just feels like to me that we're on an ocean and with countries who are all ships lined up, and one after another I'm watching them getting taken out, and there's a tsunami coming towards us and everyone's saying, oh, it's just water. What are you getting so worked up about?
Do you think a lot of people are taking it too casually?
Absolute decisions, and the only thing we can do, I think, is just shut everything down and stay home so it stops spreading.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Someone we know well.
Oh, Jeannie Little.
Hello, darling. Oh, darling.
Jeannie Little was the bubbly doyenne of Australian daytime television, struck down 10 years ago by Alzheimer's disease. Now aged 81, she's being looked after in a home not far from where daughter Katie lives. This is the home where your mum has been for how many years?
Oh, nearly 10 years. Yeah.
10 years. And how many elderly in here with your mum?
Oh, I don't know the answer to that. We're easily a couple of hundred. That's a two-storey building.
Like us all, Katie is making tough decisions for the well-being of her family. This is as close as she dares get to seeing her mum. You think it's just simply too dangerous to go and visit your mum?
Absolutely. They're the people who are most at risk. The elderly, and not just mum, you know, by me going to go visit mum, I feel like I'm putting everybody who's in that home at risk as well. I mean, I can't even believe I'm talking about it because it's the most surreal situation. Every day I wake up and I think I'm living in a parallel universe or something. It's just mind-blowing.
In a sense, it's a blessing that she has dementia, isn't it?
Absolutely. Never there was a time when you say something good about dementia. This is it. Leslie has no idea of the craziness that's going on out here.
If there is a glimmer of hope right now, it's here, at the University of Queensland's Centre for Clinical Research.
I think we have to do this rigorously, and then we can set the world standard.
Well, it will be a world changer.
It will.
A true game changer.
That's what our hope is.
Is there anything in this virus that you've seen that surprised you?
Every day there's something new.
The Centre's director, Professor David Patterson, leads a team that is working on a cure for COVID-19. The key is an existing HIV medication that has shown great promise in the lab.
Say that?
So this drug has killed COVID-19 in a test tube.
That's right.
What? Here we go!
Results from the anti-malarial drug chloroquine. Professor Patterson wants to test each drug both on their own and in combination in 50 hospitals around Australia. The sooner those clinical tests begin, the better.
What we're doing is we're going to look at 2,400 Australians and rigorously study these drugs and see what happens.
But you suspect it's the magic of the combination, do you?
That's what we suspect.
How confident are you that these drugs will work?
You know, my guess is that this is probably going to be about 80% there. 80% chance of success.
Well, that'll
Around the
work.
world, other teams are racing to
Well,
develop
he's a
a
professor.
vaccine. In the United States, the first human trial has already begun. Whatever its success, an effective drug that can be mass-produced is probably 18 months away. The cure being developed in Australia could come much sooner. If all goes well, the hope is that GPs could be writing prescriptions this winter.
You know, we know, for example, that close to 15% of
We'll
people
still be here,
are going
but it will
to
help
die
people
within
like me,
50%.
oldies, you know?
You know, if we could
Sickening,
wrap that
sickening
down to
people.
say 5%, a lot of 80-plus-year-olds around the world who are in great need, who would love
Shut up.
to save their lives,
Shush.
so they can play with their grandchildren.
Come as any surprise to you that
Come on.
the entire country as
Stop
well.
getting nasty to her.
Well, you know, normally...
Tony, you gotta mind your own business, eh?
Yelling at football players. And it's quite a good feeling that this time doctors and scientists, the crowds are, even though the crowds aren't there, the crowds are yelling for us. So we're ready to get going.
More of our special coverage.
An unprecedented crisis.
Changing the way we live our lives.
Our news team is working to bring you the information you need.
Here in Adelaide,
U8 schoolboy testing positive. Specialist command centre to tackle the crisis.
around the nation and around the world.
Turn to the source you can trust. 9 News Nightly at 6. A little goes a long way, that is. Rather 100%
I think Betty Bites in a minute.
Harvey Norman and A.H. Beard.
Don't attack me like that.
Offering great deals on Australian-made king coil mattresses. The Conformer Essence Queen mattress is amazing value. Choice of 4.
Come on, I'm here. What are you waiting for? Come on, give me.
Coil Cairo Superb. 4 deals, 1 price, just $16.89 each. For those who prefer a premium Superb offer, feel the King Coil Cairo Tycoon Queen mattress, $19.99 each. Plus, buy now and receive a bonus A.H. Beard Knox Smart Sleep Light. Limited time, now at Harvey Norman.
A workplace that really can enjoy apprentices.
What's this bloke doing?
Chance for career sport, to us, that's big.
That was good at church today.
To me, that's big.
Giving others the chance to share their story. Life skills and confidence from kids. To me, that's big.
The job that follows
15.
my father.
Yeah,
To me, that's big.
people.
South Australia, what a nice village. And to have support for things that make it even better. To us, that's big too.
When it comes to track factors,
Attack.
there are some very good reasons why we have Challenger reinvented the wheel. The next generation Challenger
Oh, I think we better go to bed in a minute.
Come on, come on.
New level of performance,
Miss.
and new AQDT constantly variable transmission.
Climb.
Designed mobile track system for better traction and a smoother ride. New high torque, low engine speed concept, and all new operator environment. Contact WSP distributors today.
Climb.
It's the SUV that's ready for anything. With national quality and safety, and now even better value. In petrol for city living, or diesel
31 minutes to go.
New Mazda CX-8. Future ready.
I'm so tired. I just got to get nothing to go to.
We give you what you want. You want privacy. You want community. You want 1, 2 or 3 bedrooms. You want comfort. You want space. You
Come
want
on.
comfort. You want feel.
Come on.
Then please cabin.
If I go to bed now, but I don't want to miss out on this. Oh, I get it on here.
With the sleek, new, intelligent,
I'm right.
11 outsize. Boasting a
I'll get Channel 9 on here.
A 150% larger dustbin. And up
Let's
to
go to
60
bed.
minutes of fade-free.
Let's go to bed. I'm stuck. Come on. Come on, Carter. Come on, John.
Fuck's sakes, man.
Devon, any? Come on, Bon Bon.